Պարոն Սեֆիլյան, վերադառնալով ՀԱՊԿ-ի գագաթնաժողովին եւ Արևմուտքի արձագանքին,
Mr. Sefilian, getting back to the summit of the Collective Security Treaty Organization and the response of the West, since you yourself said that the West was warning Nikol Pashinyan, but the summit took place in Armenia, is there any way the West can punish Pashinyan for not paying heed to those warnings? Of course it can punish him. The West punishes Russia, China. Who is Pashinyan to not be punished by the West? However, the West has its plans in this region, and it is due to those plans that the West is dealing intensively with neither Georgia nor Armenia. In my opinion, the West is trying to meet a few key objectives in this region. Firstly, to begin with, the West wants a freeze in the eastern section of the Armenia-Azerbaijan border. And by freeze, I mean freeze of fighting. Secondly, the West wants to have, well, it is already taking steps to take the leverage for resolution of the Artsakh issue from the hands of Russia. Unfortunately, these are the two objectives that the West is trying to meet. We would have liked for the West to be much more active, to put into action other mechanisms in order to make Russia have no influence in this region and to not be limited to the act of pushing Russia out of the efforts for resolution of the Artsakh issue. The West will certainly use other mechanisms later because, as we know, Russia is eventually going to leave the South Caucasus. In regard to us Armenians, indeed, as we say, and I have said this from time to time, the actions of the West here need to be viewed as tactics, not strategy. At this moment, I don't think anyone can clearly say what the strategy of the West will be in our region. These tactics are unequivocally in our favor. In other words, first and foremost, the freeze of fighting is favorable for us because we know what kind of situation we are in. We can only suffer damages from escalation during Pashinyan's administration. Also, our interests meet the interests of the West with regard to the actions aimed at pushing Russia out of the region because we know that we will not be able to become a state so long as the well-known political umbilical cord is tied to Russia, much less a sovereign state. So, our interests meet in this regard as well. Of course, all this arises from the fact that the United States has made a decision on the famous North-South road, that is, the road stretching from India to Europe via Iran, Armenia, Georgia, and the Black Sea. In my opinion, in the geopolitical sense, Armenia is currently maintaining its existence due to that major project.
Ես կարծում եմ, որ կարևորագույն այդ ծրագրի շնորհիվ աշխարհակահաղական իմաստով մեր երկիրը այսօր իր գոյությունը բահում է։
Բաժանորդագրվեք ազգային ժողովրդավարական բևեռի YouTube-յան ալիքին։